doorstep.
5:30.
One night away from destiny. Monday, August 31st, 7 o'clock. The semi-finals. The lights burn brighter. The crowd gets louder. Finally, there are only two. One match, one trophy, one champion. Who will rise? Who will answer? The call of the North. This is where champions rise.
Under the Helsingborg skies.
Every journey, every dream. Tonight a name will join them all. Belmonte,
Troop,
Hansen,
Angelal,
Johnson,
Svensson,
Rash, and next, who will it be?
who will it be?
Who will it be?
Who will it be?
One player will leave Olympia Bowling carrying the trophy. A place among the legends. A place among the champions. A place in history. Hear the call. When the lights finally fade and the final ball has rolled, another story will be written, another story will be told. The champions and memories, every single name.
Hear the call of the North.
From every corner of the world, for the players, for the fans, this is bowling, this is history, this is family, this is Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters. 7 champions have answered the call. Now another name is waiting to be written. The lanes are ready. The trophy is waiting. The Hall of Champions is waiting. Hear the wind. Hear the crowd. Hear the North. And answer the call. Hear the call of the North.
Tonight we're writing history. The lights are on, the crowd's alive. You can feel the magic in the night. From every corner of the world we came, one dream to chase, one common flame. Every lane, every road, every heartbeat, every soul. The journey starts the moment we're here. With hope instead of fear. We came to fight, we came to fly. Together reaching for the sky. One chance, one shot, one destiny. Tonight we're who we're meant to be. All the champions. Every year the story grows. Every champion leaves the road. One more dream beneath the lights. One more battle, one more fight. The crowd remembers every name. Every hero changed the game. Through the pressure, through the fire, every winner reached higher. History is written frame by frame. Every champion earned their name. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters, where legends come to play. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters, a new hero every day. From the first row to the last, every moment built to last. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters, forever in our hearts. Hey, hey! Jason Belmont showed the way. Kyle Troop lit up the stage. Carsten Hansen stood so tall. Matthias Ankerdahl inspired us all. AJ Johnson found his time. Jesper Svensson made it shine. Sean Rash wrote the latest page. Now another dream takes center stage. Who will lift the trophy high? Who will hear the crowd tonight? Every frame can change it all. Every champion starts so small.
Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters
Where history
comes alive.
where champions always rise. Another name will join them all. Another legend standing tall. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters. Who's the next to win the crown? Sean Rash, Jesper Svensson, hey, AJ Johnson, Matthias Ankerdahl, Carsten Hansen, Kyle Troop, Jason Belmont. Who's next?
Hear the call. Hear the silence. Hear the call. They are coming. From the north, south, east, west. Different countries, different roads. One destination, Helsingborg. Olympia, bowling. One dream, one goal, one title. Storm! Lucky Larson Masters! rise we stand. Champions gather from every land. Every journey, every mile has brought them here for one more trial. Every heartbeat, every frame, every player, every name. Tonight, the story starts again. Hear the call of the North, where champions rise under Scandinavian skies. Hear the call of the North, where legends are born and history lives forevermore. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters, hear the call of the North. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters. This is more than competition. This is tradition. This is family. Another name will enter the Hall of Champions. The lanes remember. The crowd remembers. Champions leave, but their names remain forever. From Australia, Jason Belmonte. Power, personality, passion. From the United States, Kyle Troop. Kyle Troop. From Denmark, Karsten Hansen. Year after year, frame after frame, another champion earns his name. The trophy changes hands, but the legend remains. Hall of Champions, hear their names. Then the world stopped. The lanes became silent, but the dream remained. When the lights returned, so did the champions. From Denmark, Matthias Ankerdal. From the United States, AJ Johnson. Sweden waited, Sweden believed. Jesper Svensson stepped forward. Another American champion, Sean Rash. They came from across the world and answered the call. Belmonte, Truth, Hansen, Ankerdal, Johnson, Svensson, Rash. Names written forever in the Hall of Champions. History is never finished. A new chapter begins.
All right, here we go. More action. Squad number 3. It's been so many games already. I don't even know where I am. It's 5:35 here in Helsingborg. So that means we are on squad number 3. We have again a lot of talented bowlers there, and I'm very happy to have my buddy here back into work a little bit. You've been busy all day long, Victor. I missed you. I've been doing a lot of nonsense in here without you, so it's good that you're back on track and pilot the ship before I crash it. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
How you see the event evolution? It's the scores are going higher and higher and higher.
Yep. It feels like whenever we think the scores are going down, they go up again. So it's looking like it's going to be very high again.
I mean, we already have 33 bowlers with 1400 or better. The main cat at the moment is already 1380 and growing to make it onto top 25, which brings an extra buy so you can go directly to the second step on the final. Is already on 1425. And 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think is going to be the final number for top 25?
For top 25, can you scroll up a bit?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's going to be that Matthias Ankerdahl score of 1445.
That high?
I think so.
You think it's going to be another 11 throwing that high? Wow.
Another 11, 35. 1435. Sorry.
Still, it's going to be quite a few. That's 8 bowlers.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to drop. I think the last one's going to be Carl with 1431. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or 5. Maybe you're right. Maybe a little bit more. Anyway, some of these guys are going to bowl again, so they can even improve their own score. And main... oh, I see. Welcome back, Luis. Hello, Silvia. How are you doing?
Uh,
The main cat, what do you think is going to be that one?
I I think it's going to be higher than I predicted, for sure. I predicted 1379. That's already.
That's already out. Yeah.
I think, based on what we're seeing at the moment, I think it's going to be 1408.
1408. That's really going up there. Let me say, actually, the highest cut prediction was a little bit earlier today by Matt McNeil. I allowed Matt to give a second prediction, and still not a 1400. But yeah, the scores are going super, super high. There is still a big amount of superstars not in the cut. I mean, Ethan Fury is not in the cut, Ryan Barnes not in the cut, EJ Tackett not in the cut. I believe AJ Johnson not in the cut.
Yep.
Andrew Anderson was, how much did he shoot at the end?
He's scroll down, he's just outside.
Yeah, exactly. Is also outside with 1378. Mike Hong is out. Rami Mukula is out. Kyle Troop is out. Lucas Jelinek is out. Robin Ilomar is out. Chase Nadeau is out. Sean Raj is out. Andrew Hall is out. Mika Koivinemi trying to hold there with the over 50.
Yep.
But otherwise he's also out. Jarno Latti is out. My goodness.
As you said, AJ Johnson,
AJ Johnson,
Justin Knowles.
Mick Stumpy, Brandon Bond, Ryan Barnes, TJ Rock, Albin. But Albin has a bye by he won a couple of PBA
Yes,
Sweden,
so,
so we're not going to count him. But James Blomgren,
Alan Saloma.
Thomas Larsen, Tom Sorsey, Joachim Karlsson.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's so many bowlers there. Richard T is over here down. Nora Johansson. And you may feel that we have been saying so many names, but man, we have already 107 bowlers with 1300 or better.
Yes.
That's where Lucas Bananen, another one. And if we keep scrolling, we may probably find one or two more big names. There you go. Jake Peters.
Yep.
Quite far down. Danielle, same. So a lot of superstars still not there and quite far from the cut, to be honest. Let me see how many squads have we got already. Up to 348.
Yep.
No, so that means I'm gonna be somewhere in the 300s. I don't know. I keep going out. Let me see. Little more. Where am I?
213.
That's my average in Spain. All right, back to the action. Let's see who we have and where. We have AJ Johnson from 5 here on lane 9 and 10. Man, you picked a very good camera to begin.
Yes.
That's why I wanted you on the piloting the ship.
It's totally intentional, not by chance at all.
No, I know you do things by intention always.
Oh, yes.
So from 5 for AJ Johnson here. Bowling around him, we have Harry Davies, Brandon Allen, Max Lorenz. He's already with quite a high score over there. Paul Purps, another very, very talented guy. Per Benson, one of the classics. Former Team Sweden. Karon Saloma, another one that's keep trying to get high enough. Bowling nearby, I can see front 5 and 9 spare for TJ Rock, spare and 5 in a row for Richard Teese. It feels like there is a few more young guys on the lanes again.
Yes, it would seem so.
So there is going to be a little bit more of urethane in playing again. And as soon as the urethane comes to play, the traffic and the transition is a little bit less stable. So despite the big amount of superstars we have on the lanes, I wouldn't be surprised if this squad is not as many 1400s as we had before. I predicted 5 on the previous squad. At the end there were 6. So I was short again. Matt predicted 4, but he was even shorter. Let's play again, Victor. How many 1400s on this squad?
hard to say. I'm gonna say that there are gonna be, let's say 3.
That's a good number. I like that number.
I was thinking 2, but 3 is my guess.
One last chance. 3 or 2?
3.
3. 3 for Victor, then I'm gonna take 2. Oh, man, they're gonna think we're gonna start jinxing them, so there's not so many striking, but a little bit of urethane in play due to this new generation bowlers up here. Many young kids again in this particular squad. Traffic may be a little bit different this time, but some striking going on. So we got 5 in a row spare strike for TJ Rock. We have spare, and oh my god, I'm gonna fall asleep. That is so lovely, Sean. Spare and 6 in a row over there for Richard Tees. And yeah, it's Victor, you go on because I'm gonna fall asleep here all of a sudden. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
It's the reigning champion massaging our commentator.
What are the odds, man? How many people can say out there it's been massaged by Sean Rush? Not many guys for sure.
As we watch AJ Johnson here on lane number 10.
Can he deliver one more? It's looking very good all of a sudden. AJ is looking fantastic over there. That felt so good, buddy. That was unbelievable. Oh my god.
We just jumped one step right because there was a lot of striking going on here as well.
Yes, indeed. We find TJ, as we said, and Richard T is doing very, very well, extremely well. We have another couple of guys here that can really score very high. Thomas Larsson, Ben Robinson, Rasmus Samuelsson himself, Jarnolati. We can say the same thing. And look at that. We have the nephew of Amleto Monticelli, the one and only. So, let's see how you say Rodolfo.
Rodolfo.
Pretty good, pretty good. I can see you lived in Spain for a little while.
It's the Swedish shore.
Huh? What? How old were you when you were down there in Spain?
I was 9 or 10, I think.
9, 10? How long you stood there? 1 year?
About 1 year.
Do you remember any Spanish?
No.
No. Not even una cerveza?
Yes, that
I knew that you would remember that one. Obviously.
Yes, of course.
What do you remember from that year down there?
Hot.
The heat?
Yep.
Yeah, the heat there.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
But
Especially in the south of... and you were too young to remember the girls, because at that age you don't pay any attention to the girls yet. But if you would go down now with all those brunettes we have down there compared to all the blondies you have here. So another strike there for TJ Rock. Victor is pointing at the screen like, stop talking about nonsense and start talking about bowling. Man, you just arrived. I've been here since 8:30 in the morning, and you know how much fucking talking I've done already on bowling? It's normal that I get distracted from time to time. You can ask Sylvia. She's been here for... The sound for Victor is not very good. Is it a little bit low, perhaps?
I'm gonna try to fix that.
We're gonna shoot him Red Bull in the blood system, so he starts talking a little bit loud.
Yep.
But thanks for letting us know. I appreciate that. As I always tell you, this wouldn't be the same without you guys. So feel free to talk. Feel free to ask. Feel free to criticize. Feel free to insult. You can do whatever you want. As long as you stay with us, stay with the streaming. And let's see what AJ Johnson does here on lane 9.
That's one for 7 in a row. Good shot.
Nice shot there for AJ Johnson. Yeah, a little waving like AJ over there, yeah? You so?
I actually didn't.
Oh, then let's move around. We have Justin Knowles with 9 miss, but then triple spare double.
And Ryan Barnes.
Ryan Barnes looking better. I may have to ask him how is his back, because I think he's making up that pain in the back so I don't kick his ass in the basketball court that we said we were going to have last year. Now, jokes apart, he had some pain in the back. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better so we can see the best of Ryan coming out.
I can tell you that TJ Rock has just put in another strike. As Richard T is left at 7-10. On the lanes next to us. So a lot of striking for TJ, and Richie doesn't keep on striking. Here's Ryan. Not sure if that's a good or a bad break.
I'm not sure either. Well, it's taking more pins, so probably it's better since the 4 is out.
Yeah.
Makes the spare a little bit easier, and couple of extra pins in the count. That shouldn't be a tough spare. I mean, not an easy one, but it's more than doable. And looking around, I see a little bit of striking on lane 2 by Isak. Open frame, but then 6 in a row.
Yes, Isak Birker plays for Höganäs.
Mm-hmm.
A relatively local team here.
There are some strike as well on 5 and 6 from Timo Putkisto, Artur Jarbinen, Pontus Falkfall, and Christopher. Christopher ball pretty good again as well. So let's see if this is the right squad for him or not.
Yes. Let's see if we can have one of Isak's shots on the camera here in a moment.
One more for AJ Johnson on 9 and 10. I could hear some hand clapping over there. I'm looking around if I see anyone else. No, we have pretty much everything in control. Just DJ Rock on his way for 279. Richard Tees, if it strikes out, 256. Bern Robinson with the chance for a 260 if he strikes out. Still 3 frames to go.
And obviously AJ with...
Front 8, right?
yeah.
Front 8 for AJ. Christopher as well with some striking there.
Yeah. And sharing the lane with Christopher is also one of the people that we can comfortably say is in the finals, because he has one PBA Sweden stop. Pontus Falkfall.
So he already has a spot. Did they go to step 1 or step 2?
Step 1.
Step 1.
So I reckon they'll just give it like maybe 2 or 3 squads, see if they can get the buy.
Of course, and try to sleep a little longer and already secure more money in the pocket.
And if anything, just test out the pattern with no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we actually have Alvin on camera here on lane number 3. It's a good shot.
Yeah, there goes Albin. I remember the first time I met Albin was when I was coaching out there in Mora. It was still very green over there. You could see the potential, but I was definitely not expecting him to grow as much as he did for the past 3 or 4 years. He's definitely a much better bowler than he was.
Here's Isak on number 1 as well. Good shot.
Another strike there for Isak.
Let's look at the pair next to them. Pontus. Ooh.
Very late 10 there for Pontus.
Yep.
But it's another, and he's going to be happy.
And I'd love to stay on this pair, but we do have AJ Johnson going up for his 9th.
Yeah, let's
Right
go.
next
Let's
to
go
us.
have a look at AJ Johnson.
Yes, the 2023 champion here, still outside the cut, as you mentioned before. He's still playing to get into. Yeah,
That was absolutely perfection. That was a really good shot there by AJ Johnson. Front 9 for AJ already. Looking sharp, looking good. And I tell you what, I like it. He's a very cool guy.
yeah.
He's a very nice person. Very easy to access. Very humble. And I love the way he bowls.
Yes, one of the smoother releases on tour. I always react to the fact that you can't even hear the ball when it goes down, when AJ throws it.
Yeah, probably we could say that AJ Johnson along with Chris Prater are this kind of a beautiful release. You can almost see it slow motion even if they're bowling at regular speed.
Yes.
Very smooth, very consistent, very elegant.
And AJ still has a really high rev rate.
Yes, yes. Okay, 265 for, actually 264 for TJ Rock, 254 for Richard Tees. I scroll my eyes around to let you know, 254 with a strike on lanes 1 and 2 for Isak, 233 for Victor Mortensen, yeah?
Yes, but he's not had a great start in the first game, so that's going to be just under 400. Anybody over 500? Yes, TJ. And potentially AJ, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna update. No, that's the wrong spot. You go on, I'll take care of it, no worries.
Let's
Friday,
hop over to
5 o'clock, that's
AJ
it.
here in a moment as well.
So on that game 1, we had 25 bowlers with 200 or more. Actually, it was AJ Johnson sitting on 25th position with 203. And the leader was Ben Robinson with 269, Andrew Anderson 258. Actually, I lost track of Andrew. Where is Andrew throwing?
Yeah, I have also lost.
7 and 8. Thank you, buddy. Sean Rice giving a hand with us. Thank you, buddy. Andrew Anderson has 9 me's in the middle. Just a double, so it's 7 pins short to par on this game. Okay, let's see if we can recover a little bit on that. Now we go back to the action on lane 10. We're going to take a look at AJ Johnson.
He's stepping up for his 10th.
Go long. All right.
Takes out the 5 pin there, I think.
He missed in, but if it had hooked a little bit more, that would have been a solid 10. So it was good that he went even longer.
I'm trying to see what ball he's throwing. It looks like the Apex Jackal. Yes, Jackal goes V2. Thank you, Sean.
Quite shiny, it looks like, isn't it? It definitely looks very good on his hand.
Andrew strikes on the lane next to us.
So there goes AJ. Focus, he starts walking, he goes for his swing, he releases, the ball goes down, go a little longer again, and one more strike for AJ Johnson. That makes it 11 in a row. Look at that beautiful action down there, how clean up the ball, splitting up the 8 and the 9. So one more shot to go for AJ Johnson and moving on to 100 over.
Yes, and
Well, I know what I meant. No, actually, I was not trying to jinx him. That's why I said it's already on the hundreds over. Now, if he makes 7, I need to go home and cry.
7, and he is at 100 over. So just not 6. Well, it's not gonna be it now because somebody said it.
All right, looks good. Oh. All right, 299. That's a good game anyway. All right, easy now. Why are you doing it? I didn't hear. So they are having a Jopo seminar now? Buddy,
Yeah.
you know anything about it? You want to explain?
To be honest, I don't know much about it. I think it's going to be Sean and Cherry Pengsa.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to talk a bit about the products that our streaming sponsor, Jopo.
They actually
offer.
have a very wonderful product. I really love that interchangeable solution because it unites. You know, I'm under contract with nobody. I bought for Turbo Grip for I don't know how many years. But to be honest, even if I've been super happy with Turbo Grip ever I bought with them, I think that these people from Jopo Grips, they realize how to solve the only small issues that you could find from time to time, both on Vice interchangeables and Turbo interchangeables. So it's a very smart product. It's very safe to use. Have you tested any of those?
Nope.
Not yet.
I am going to install them.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the plan.
All right. Well, since you use the thumb, I think it makes sense that you end up testing them.
Yeah, I'm
See
actually
how it feels.
I'm actually still just waiting for them to arrive, so that's all stopping right now.
Hmm? All right, Max Lorenz looking to go also 105 over. Max has a very high squad already in the pocket. He shot 1455. And that was yesterday, actually. So many squads, I forgot it was yesterday. So 259 for Max Lorenz with one more strike. 505 for him. Some scores I can see: 488 for Christopher, 458 for Pontus, 496 for Isak. And some lanes are already changing scores, so we will do a proper update pretty soon. And look at that, they are both tied. 502, 502. What are the odds? So in a few seconds, we're going to have the scores refreshed again. I'll give you a proper update on the general standings for this particular squad. We'll be right back. All right, let's see if I can properly get the scores updated. Everybody is on game 3, so it should work pretty much now. Just give me a second. Sylvia, I see you said no, but I honestly don't remember what was the answer. What was the question to say that no. All right, we have 3 people on 100 over. AJ Johnson, 502, same score for Max Lorenz. 1 pin short, 501 for TJ Rock, 496 for Isak Birkir, 488 for Christopher Berg, 484 for Ben Robinson. He saved 215 on the last game. Monacelli, 459. Pontus Falkhull, 458. Hola, Luis Garcia. Welcome back. Pontus, 458. Justin Knowles, 452. Andrew Anderson, 451 after a game of 193. Andrew has been finding issues over and over again whenever he hits transition. And as I said to Victor a few minutes ago, I'm not so sure this squad is going to pay out that good at the end. Despite we have a lot of scoring going on now, there is more urethane in play in the lane. That's going to push a little bit the oil down. It's going to make each pair evolution a little bit different, transition a little bit different, and then you need to be even more awake and more in control of what you're going to do and how to figure it out quick enough so you don't lose so many pins. Let me know if the sound is fine. We changed microphones with me and Victor. Victor is again gone. He's leaving me alone all day long. Don't worry, Luis. My no was for AJ. Oh, okay, for the 299. Yeah, makes sense. All right, thanks for a quick replay there. Where do we go? I'm on my own, so if you guys want to see some lane or some bowler in special for a little bit longer than we see around, let me know. I mean, you are the audience, and we are here for you guys. We want you to have access to everyone you want to see and follow the action from whoever you want to see. Otherwise, I will scroll around as I usually do. Namesake. Okay, who's Namesake? Tocayo debe ser esto de Namesake, no? I believe. Okay, let's have a look around. While nobody says any names, I'm going to scroll as I usually do. We go to the left corner in the bowling alley, and we see who's bowling here. So we have 58 over for Pontus, 88 over for Christopher, 31 over for Lucas, and Maxine bowling at 14 under at the moment. Maxine is throwing everything quite deep inside. That's not going to be easy to get a good carry in there, but hopefully she can put a lot of balls in the pocket. Moving on to 3 and 4, we find Dio Bernard, Andrew Anderson, strike and spare for sure on the next one. Justin Knowles with a double, 52 over. Yeah. That 9 miss over and over and over and over again. I don't get it. What's wrong with this new generation? I mean, there's nothing easier than taking a single pin. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, 5-8. Brandon Allen, look at that, another 9 miss. Bowling with Max Lorenz, one of the squad leaders at the moment. On lane 6, we find Nicholas Muscat from Malta and Essi Pakkarinen. I was told last year that the Finnish surnames, they have the strength of the sound at the beginning, so it's Pakkarinen. 7-8, we find Pers Benson, another Finnish guy, Karon Saloma. Now I'm making fun of it, but honestly, it's very hard to get every single body's name, especially for so many different nationalities. Lane 8, Victor Mortensen and Saskia Kirski. Hope I got that right. Not anybody really scoring high on this 5-8, so we'll move one more pair. We find Jarnolati front 3. Richard is with a spare strike. Timo is also with the front 3. Okay, there's a lot of Finnish people in here. Monacelli started with a double. Ben Robinson currently with 84 over. Spare strike bowling on lane 11 and 12. Bowling along Brandon Bonte and Ole Joni Lislien. Beautiful strike there for Richard Tees. That was a double. Yeah, that's true, Luis. The cut is at the moment 180 over, and it's 5 squads yet to bowl, and a lot of big names not in the cut. Between them, the best bowler for the past 3 or 4 years, E.J. Tackett, not there yet. But he's not the only PBA not in the cut. It's quite a few of them, so we can expect the scores to keep going higher, and the cut to move up probably somewhere around the 1390s, even all the way to the 1400s. And it looks like 9, 10, 11, 12 is going to become again a pair of high scoring. So we can see we have a couple of bowlers with front 4, Rodolfo Monacelli, front 3, Ben Robinson, spare and double, Richard T, spare, double. So a lot of striking going on here on 9-12. We keep an eye and come back pretty soon here. Let's follow with the action. AJ Johnson, we see had a split on frame 2. That happened to be the 2-4-10. Yes, Kyle is out too. Ethan Fury is out. Actually, we spoke about a few of the names that were out there. I'm going to give you some names again so you see who's out. Andrew Anderson is out. Arnar Johnson is out. EJ Tuckett is out. Mike Ong is out. Kyle Troop is out. Lucas Jelinek is out. Ethan Fury is out. Robin Illamar is out. Chase Nadeau is out. Sean Rush is out. Andrew Hall is out. Koi Winemi is out. What else? AJ Johnson for now is out. Mick Stumpy, Justin Knowles, Brandon Bond, Ryan Barnes, TJ Rock, James Blomgren, Thomas Orsi, Thomas Larsen, Nora Johansson. So it's many big names, superstars of this sport not qualified yet. So yes, a lot of people yet to do. Okay, so we were talking about 13 to 16. Anna Pettakova, Tim Stumpy, AJ Johnson, Harry Davies. 15 and 16 we find Robin Persson, Ryan Barnes, Paul Purps, and Kevin Burks. See what AJ does here on lane 13. Beautiful strike there for AJ Johnson. It was the 210 on lane 13, so I'm guessing lane 13 again is playing a little longer than lane 14. AJ quickly made an adjustment for lane 13, so probably he's figured out already what he wants to do for the rest of the game. And now we can expect AJ to start striking and make sure that this game also becomes very profitable. We're gonna hope here on Ryan on lane 16, see what he's throwing. He's got the IQ 78, somewhere around 16 in the arrows. That was a little bit too grippy for Ryan. That ball right a little bit soon. But good for him. It's only the 4-pin standing. That's an easy spare. We're going to move one more pair. And then, because we have seen everybody, we will choose somebody doing good and stay there for a little while, unless anybody says the contrary. So we have Thomas Larsen here on 1920 with the front 5. Throwing the iron solid. That looked very good on Thomas. Front 6 for him now. Oh, wow. Later on, I'll go back to 9 and 10. So you see what happened there to Jarno Latti. Front 4. And then a split of 5. And it took no one. So front 4, 5-0 and strike again. Now that is one of those frames you don't want to get. So game 3. And we see already quite a few amount of bowlers already bowling on the 20s. So is the lane drying up quicker, or is people starting to try to throw it deeper and stay away from some of the urethane traffic? It could be a little bit of both. Another amazing strike for AJ Johnson on lane 14. It looks like AJ is on fire. We'll move back there pretty soon to make sure that he has figured out lane 13. And then we'll probably switch around between AJ, Thomas Larsen while he keeps striking. And then we'll probably look around also on 9 and 10 as some people throwing okay. So we're going to move around here and there. Another strike for Thomas Larsen. That makes it front 7. Beautiful shot there for Thomas Larsen. Now we're going to move back to 13 and 14 to see what AJ can do on 13. If he really has nailed that one as well. I believe so. Meanwhile, I can tell you Andrew Anderson on 3 and 4 got strike, spare, and triple, so it's looking better again. Let's see what Andrew can manage to do. After that game 2 that dropped him down. Let me find, where are you, Andrew? That's the wrong window. That's why I couldn't find him. Yeah, he dropped down to 51 over after that game of 193, but now he's striking again, so he should be able to catch up a little bit again and increase his scoring pace. Okay, so it was a little bit of a slower rhythm here on 13 and 14. That actually means that Thomas Larsen took one more shot. And I can tell you he's got another strike. That's front 8 for Thomas Larsen on lanes 19 and 20. They are really, really bowling fast on 19 and 20. They are 3 frames ahead of any other pair. They're going to have to take a coffee before they can bowl again. Now we got AJ again here on lane 13. One more there for AJ Johnson, looking astonishing, doing really, really good. Okay, there was no more striking for Thomas on frame 9. That was a 7th pair, but still a very good game. He can strike out for 277 and move up his score to 48 over. So Thomas was quite low indeed after the first 3. What was Thomas? 371 first 2, so he's going to move up a little bit now after this high game in 19 and 20. So we're going to move around a little bit again. Lanes 1 to 4, we see some striking for Pontus. 9th pair double, 9th pair 4 in a row. Already 107 over with 4 frames to go. Andrew Anderson surviving there with a turkey in lane 3. Strike already. See if he can strike out for 259. $109 over with 3 frames to go as well for Justin Knowles there on lane 4. Yeah, a little bit of here and there. See some quite many open frames here and there. A lot of striking as well. Max Lorenz currently in second spot with 502. He's got 4 bagger. AJ 6 in a row for AJ once he's figured out that lane 13. So AJ is already striking again and on fire. TJ Rock as well just got a turkey after a few spares, so it looks like TJ as well has figured out what to do on 17 and 18. Let's see what Andrew can do in lane 4. All right, one more strike for Andrew Anderson. And then we see Christopher is getting into some issues. He had 488, but now he's got, that's going to be his 4th open frame on the game. It's going to be on 149 on frame 9, 148. That's going to be a drop down definitely there for Christopher Berg Nielsen. And he went for the left side, so that's 5 and 1. 146 on the 9th frame. That's a big drop down there for Isaac Birker. Gonna have to work a lot on the next 3. Now we're gonna have a look in lane 2 on Pontus, trying to get one more. And he gets it. He can go all the way up to 269 for a max score of 727. So 127 over if he strikes out after 3. That's a good number to keep going. Let's move on. We find here Max Lorenz also 27 over with a couple of frames to go. That means he's already 129 over. Still can increase that number all the way to 149 over. Everyone else on these pairs is with a lot of open frames and a very low scoring pace. So moving on, 9 to 12. Timo Putkisto, 247. Jarno Lahti with that 5-0 dropped down to just 200. And Richard Tees needs one more for a 224 and a max score of 647. I'm sure he's not that happy with that. And we find Ben Robinson on lane 11. He was 84 over. So far, 8 above par on this game. Still has 2 frames to go. He can shoot 228. And then we see Brandon Bonte doing some strike as well. 5 in a row spare and a chance to strike out for 255. And a possible score of 667. Okay. Wow. Such a split over there now for Brandon. That was expensive, I must say. Moving on again, 13 to 16. AJ Johnson got a spare on the 9th, but already on a 230 something. And if it doubles, he can go all the way up to 247. Maximum score he can reach, it's 149 over for 3. That's a very good score already. Giving a fair chance to have 3 more comfortable games on the next 3. And it seems to be a little break here, so we can see what TJ Rock is doing. On the 10th frame, he got 1 more strike. Looking to strike out for 246. And extend his score all the way to 747. Not a bad game either for Isak there on lane 18. He was already with 96 over. He's going to save a 227 on this game. 1 more strike as well for TJ Rock. So that means Isak is going to be landing on the 723. TJ can land on the 747 with 1 more strike. And AJ, let me see, AJ could go to 749. So if AJ strikes out, it's going to be the new leader for, no, it's going to remain as leader for this squad. So there's AJ on lane 13, takes a walk, beautiful swing, releases, and bang! Beautiful shot there by AJ Johnson on lane 13, beautiful pin action, taking care of all the pins there. I see no pin left in the lane. Another nice strike there by AJ Johnson, looking really, really consistent. I see Ida is asking, what's your opinion? Is it too easy of a pattern this year? No. No, and let me tell you, as we were talking a little bit earlier when Matt was here in the booth, the pattern is only easy or hard for a couple of minutes, more or less. After 5 minutes of bowling, the pattern starts evolving to whatever the bowlers do with it. And of course, it could be harder, but it could be a lot easier. What's actually happening is that when you put many talented bowlers all together, they start using a very similar spot and areas and shapes on the lanes. So obviously that creates some kind of a channel in there that everybody's going to start using, and then you end up having a spot outside with some extra friction as you keep moving inside, chasing the oil, and you just have bigger and bigger and bigger area outside. But if you really pay attention to how these bowlers are playing, I mean, they are super accurate. This is far, far, far from an easy pattern. It's just not as demanding as probably the one we had last year. It was a little bit more tricky and perhaps a little bit less room on the outside than we have this year. But it's not an easy pattern. It's not hard. Let's put it that way. And especially with such talented bowlers as we have here this week. There's probably 200 bowlers in here that would destroy anybody on a house shot. And I believe the fact that's going to help you understand the pattern is actually not easy is we can see bowlers like Nora Johansson. She's a super talented bowler, and she hasn't found any way to fight the pattern for the first couple of games on any of the squads. Absolutely the same situation for Chase Nadeau and Andrew Hall. They keep fighting in there. They haven't found it yet. Look at E.J. Tackett. He's not in the cut. Ethan Fury is not in the cut. We see quite few PBA stars not even close to the cut, and that proves the pattern is not easy. What actually happens is there is a lot of good bowlers in this event, a lot of them. I can tell you like this, it's a lot easier to become a European champion than to become a Swedish champion. And probably we could say the same in Finland. And since we are in Scandinavia, we have probably the 50 best Swedish bowlers, 30 of the best Finnish bowlers, quite a few from Norway, quite a few from Denmark. Then you have, of course, 4 or 5 bowlers from Germany and Netherlands and so on and so on. Plus all the PBA guys, American, Canadian. And we still miss some of my buddies. We don't have the Latinos up here like Arturo, Andres and company. So we're missing a few of them, but most of the best bowlers in the planet are here competing on this field. And that might be the reason why it looks a little bit easier than it actually is. So let's see if that was the last shot on 14 for Harry Davies. That means everybody is done, and that also means in approximately 1 minute I be able to update the scores and give you a proper update on what are the standings after 3 games on this squad number 22 in the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters 2026. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get the scores updated already. Yes, we can. That was like Obama, right? Yes, we can. So, scores are like this. TJ Rock, 747. AJ Johnson, 738. Max Lorenz, 729. Isaac Birkir, 723. Pontus Falkel, 716. Ben Robinson, 711. You can go shop some coffee there, 711. So we have 6 bowlers on more than 100 over. That's 6 bowlers with a fair chance of the 1400 again. All the way down is 670. That's Ryan Barnes on the 10th spot. But anyway, let's carry on. Number 7, Justin Knowles, 89 over. Monacelli is sitting 8th with 84 over. And Andrew Anderson, 79 over. So far on this squad, we have 23 people above par. And a fair chance for a few of them. So let's follow the action and see what goes on and who is where. from the leaders. We find Isaac here on lane 14. Started with a strike. 123 over for him. If we move a little bit further left, we find... Who's here? Ryan Barnes with 70 over. And that's pretty much it on 9 to 12. If we move to 5 and 8... 111 over here for Ben Robinson and 84 over for Monacelli, 89 over for Justin Knowles. So we have 3 potential guys in this pair. Let's have a look here on lane 7 and Justin. Currently 89 over. Alright, feels like he dropped the ball a little bit. He's actually thanking God for that one, so probably it was not the best shot. Let's move a little more, see who we have here on lane 1 and 2. We find TJ Rock, the current leader with 147 over, spare split. And that's going to be another spare here on lane 1. Oops. Okay, that was a little bit light. Bowling along with Max Lorenz, also 129 over, so that's another lane we want to be paying attention on. When is EJ bowling next? Does he have any more games today? I'm not sure. I'm going to find out. Daniel, you know when EJ bowls again, they're asking? Tomorrow at 1, it's the next squad for EJ Tackett. All right, so game 4, transition is officially here. Tonight, okay, so we have news for you guys. EJ Tackett is also going to bowl the last squad later on tonight. That's going to be 9 o'clock. That's 2.5 hours from now. So you get to see a little bit more of action on EJ. You're welcome, buddy, absolutely. That's what we're here for. The streaming is mainly for you guys, so anything you want to find out, you want to know, just... shoot your questions over there, and we do our best to give you the best answers that we can. All right, let me focus again on the scoring. Yeah, here on 1 and 2, as I said, we have TJ Rock and Max Lorenz from the guys who are up there. If we want to follow Andrew Anderson and AJ Johnson, we'll have to move to the other corner of the alley, which we will do pretty soon. So we can really see what they're doing and how much they are doing. Another 4-pin there for TJ Rock. TJ is coming from the right side in the alley. Now we on the left side in the alley. That plays a little bit longer, as we said. And that was a 4th in a row for Max Lorenz. I spoke to Max before the squad. He told me the first day he bowled, he had 4 bowling balls here. His father arrived today and he brought 3 bowling balls more, and it seems to be paying out pretty good for him. He's throwing the new purple now. Max Lorenz, the other day he was bowling the black one. Now Sylvia says the connection is really unstable. She has a bit of a storm right over her house. Well, if you talk about storms, my mom sent me a video a couple of days ago when 220 milliliters rained in the apartment, in the beach apartment, and we had a shower in the hall, a shower in the kitchen. It's raining inside the house. So, yeah, weather is going a little bit crazy here and there, especially down in the Mediterranean. It's so damn hot that we're getting. We actually had a tornado in the south of France a couple of days ago. But yeah, planet is going well, definitely. All my prayers with the people in Nepal after that terrible accident they had with that amazing floating. That was way worse than any movie from Hollywood. That was terrible, terrible, terrible. So all my prayers with all these people. My heart is with them. But stay positive. Let's go back to bowling, shall we? So 17-20, we find AJ Johnson, getting himself in trouble here in lane 17, especially in lane 18, 7-2 chopping. Last shot now is short to the pocket, but he managed to spare. That was a beautiful spare there for AJ Johnson on lane 18. Look at that. That's pure perfection. Lovely done, AJ. Come on, keep going. Take it easy. Breathe deep, focus, and start striking again. On the other hand, we have Andrew Andersson playing for ES Jota here in Sweden, the local club, bowling the Swedish league. So he should know about this bowling alley, and he definitely is trying hard to get that scoring pace sooner or later. Hello, Mont. How are you doing, buddy? One of the young talent bowlers just showing up in the room. When are you bowling again, buddy? Not bowling anymore? It's very full, yeah. Waiting list is like, it's more waiting list to bowl one squad than to buy a Tesla. Yes. Yeah, of course. That would be really fun, actually, since he's one of the young superstars down here in Helsingborg. It's always fun to get some company. Let me open the microphone for you, Mons.
All right.
Hello, man. Welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Have you been outside watching a little bit of the action?
Yeah, I've been mostly following Robin, my teammate.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mon, since you're here, introduce yourself a little bit. What's your age? How long have you been bowling? Give us a little bit of information.
Well, yeah, my name is Mons, of course. 18 years old. I've been bowling for around like 8 years, but
can I say something?
Yeah.
18 years old, lucky bastard. I wish I was 18 again. Life was so much easier and so much fun. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
No worries. Yeah, but I've only been taking bowling like really serious for like 2 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some bad coaches before, and that didn't really teach me a lot.
No, it can happen. It can happen. Sometimes it's not every coach out there is able to help. I'm sure they tried their best, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody is trying to fuck up anyone. But sometimes it's... and that is one of the things I keep telling. I know there is so many people out there, not even coaches, just bowlers, that want to help a friend. But if you don't have enough knowledge, don't coach anybody. Because you can create some bad moves and a bad muscle memory that takes forever then to fix it and to change it. So that's there goes the first tip of this squad. I'm throwing tips away like, and for free. I do all those tips for free. I should be charging for those tips, but
Exactly. That's what a good coach is. Sometimes tips for free.
So tell us a little bit more. So now play for ES Jota.
Yeah, of course.
That's a local team here.
Yeah.
In Helsingborg, and you've been taking bowling a little bit more serious for the last couple of years.
I mean, it's looking okay. At least this is my first time playing Lucky Larsson. And I'm not in the cut, but it's very high scoring.
How much did you shoot?
13.55.
That's pretty high. Maybe does it have any chance through the under 21?
Oh, currently I'm in first spot to go through to step 1 in the under 21, but that means like no one can beat me in the coming like 4 squads.
I understand. So you're there crossing fingers and
Yeah, exactly.
waiting for it to happen. Anyway, it's a very good effort. It's a very good score on this pattern. Actually, some people was asking me earlier, if my opinion, if the pattern is too easy, actually I said it's not easy. It's the bowlers who are making it easier after a little while due to the traffic. But if we follow the wrong guy, then it becomes super tough.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I had one good squad and then two really bad ones. So it's fair to say that it gets tough.
Now you can see why he's 18 years old, so innocent, being out there public. They had a couple of bad squads. If you didn't say anything, nobody knew. They only thought you had one good squad, and that was it.
I'm not a perfect bowler.
No, but it's good that you are cool and humble. That's always the spirit. Stay humble forever, no matter how good you become, because there is always room for more knowledge and more improving.
Oh yeah, looking at the scores right now, it's also pretty high. I saw a lot of 700s over 3 games, and if they continue at that pace, they're in good terms to make the cut.
We currently have 6 bowlers with more than 100 over after 3. There's standings for 3 games, and actually we have a lot of striking going on once again. So we just saw a very bad shot here on Andrew Anderson on lane 20. The ball was in the Brooklyn, but lucky for him, he got one more strike, so that's a double 9 spare and 4 in a row. That's the PBA guy striking there on 19 and 20. That's Dio Bernard as well with front 4, 7 spare and 3 in a row. So both of them are looking for a potential 270 score on lane 20. And that's exactly what Andrew needs. Andrew is only 79 over, but you need a lot. And the one who's getting in trouble is AJ Johnson on 17 and 18. All right, good move over there. AJ has got 7-2 on frame 2. Then he spared the wide shot, and then he had a split again on frame 5. So he's currently on a 169 pace. He needs to do a lot of striking.
Tough shot from Andrew. Leaves 4 pin.
4 pin over there. It looks like the lane is drying up already. That ball read a little bit soon, and the last one was in the Brooklyn, so that probably meant he missed the inside, but he didn't find any hole.
Oh no, sometimes after bowling 4 squads now, sometimes it's hard to find a hole, especially if you're not bowling with Yerfen.
Yeah, you just have to keep moving in. For me, that's a very clear sign. If I'm bowling on a spot, as soon as I miss one in and it doesn't hold, I move instantly. I don't wait anymore. Because you need to find room on both sides. You need to find friction outside and more oil inside, whatever you're bowling. Yeah, that was another 10 pin with early reaction. So another sign of the lanes starting to dry up a little bit. Let's move around lane to lane, side to side. We find front 7 for Max Lorenz on 1 and 2. He's throwing that new purple that his father brought in the car. And I'm pretty sure he's so happy that he did that. Look at TJ Rock. 147 over, 2 open frames, no double yet. And he was very lucky not to get another split over there. He's bowling on lanes 1 and 2. He came from the right side on the bowling alley, so the lanes are playing a little bit longer here for him. I think he's perhaps a little bit too deep inside for what lanes 1 and 2 require. Probably he should need to either slow down a little bit the speed or move a little bit further outside.
Ooh, Thomas Larsson on lane 4-5 is 5-6 is currently playing a bit more different than I've usually seen. I think he's still throwing reactive along the gutter.
Okay, then we will have to go there and have a look. We just saw TJ Rock missing again. TJ Rock is on a 150 pace. He's gonna drop down a lot of pins over there. I can see Sylvia is a good fan on AJ. AJ, you can't throw away all the pins you've knocked down so far. Let's go. Our focus back. If AJ is struggling, you should pay attention to what TJ is doing on 1 and 2. Is suffering even more. Moving on here, you said Thomas Larsson was bowling.
It might have been 3-4. I might have misspoken.
All right. Yeah, Thomas still here. That's true.
Yeah.
So it's lane 4 for Thomas Larsson. But low scoring anyway. Only Max Lorenz is doing pretty good here on 1 and 2. We'll keep an eye on him and go back later on to see how long can he carry that strike streak. Actually, we're going to wait because he's going to take the shot right away. I see him in here.
Yeah, from what I've heard, 1-2, and from what I've experienced, 1-2 is probably one of the toughest pairs in this tournament currently.
Everybody who sits down here says the same thing. Lane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they play longer and they become tighter.
I wouldn't say I didn't have a big problem with it, mostly because I didn't shoot really high in my any other squad, so all of the lanes were kind of bad for me.
One more for Max Lorenz, front 9, he keeps going. Max already has 129 over after 3, so if he keeps going, he's going to have quite a high score after 4. Not that he needs it, he already has a 1450 in there. Okay, we move here. Justin Knowles was doing fine, 89 over, and he's got a triple and a double. Monacelli was 84 over, is working on 4 in a row. Ben Robinson, on the other hand, is dropping down a little bit. He was 111 over, but he has an open frame, an expensive one with 5-4, and now he's got a big split again. Let's see if he can take the spare. There goes Ben Robinson, and no spare for him, 108. He needs to strike out for a 198, so that means Ben Robinson is going to pay the price on these lanes 7 and 8. Let's move one more. All the way to 9, 10, 11, 12. Stumpy was not bad, but not a very high game. Ryan Barnes doing better. We can see, look at where Ryan is standing already in front of the ball return. Another sign that the lanes are opening up a lot. He's already almost at the 5th arrow. And a beautiful strike there for Ryan Barnes.
That was a pretty important strike for him.
Ryan 70 over after 3, so he wants to strike out for 269 and move up to 139 over with 2 games to go. That's a very good score for Ryan.
Justin Knowles gets the strike on lane 8.
We'll come back here a little bit later on. Let's move on more, see what AJ and company are doing. Isak is on fire again. Isak had 123 over on the first 3, and look at that. He's on his pace for a 277 if he strikes out on the 10th. That's going to give him a very high score, same as Max Lorenz. Sorry, guys, we have to go back to 1 and 2. Max is about to enter the 10th frame here on lane 1. That was further outside, but he got it. Unbelievable, man. He carries everything. I think we need to weight that purple ball. It looks like it's 20 pounds at least. Mamma mia, what a strike. TJ Rock trying to survive this 1 and 2. All right, he got a double. At least try to get it all the way to 177. Otherwise, that would have been a very, very expensive game for TJ Rock. There goes Max Lorenz for the 11th frame. Max releases and... All right, 288 for Max Lorenz with a spare. That's going to be a total score of... I got lost already. That's 97. So 217 over for Max Lorenz with one more strike. With the spare. Terrible shot there for TJ Rock. That's going to be a very low game for TJ. A very expensive one. Let's move all the way here to see. Albin ended up at 250. Isak, see if he can shot that 277 and stay pretty up there as well. In the meantime, I can tell you, Dio Bernard shot 245 for 54 over.
That's a tough 9-pin for Isak.
Andrew Anderson, 237. So Andrew is going to be 116 over. I'm looking around so I don't get people dizzy switching cameras that often. But no, just Justin Knowles with a fair score on 7 and 8. And Ryan Barnes on 11 and 12. That's pretty much it on this particular game. can see AJ on the right side of the screen on lane 17. Flat 10 for AJ. Oh, it's going to be a low game. He needs to double on the 10 for a 179. So AJ is going to drop down to 100 over. He's going to need again, he's going to need 480, 490 on the last two. And that's what happens when the scores are so high. If you get one of those pairs where you shoot 180, 170, you put yourself in a lot of trouble. Now, Ryan Barnes, lane 11. Very deep inside. That was so far to the right. That was not a good shot for Ryan.
Still a good game from Ryan. Man. Still puts him pretty good in the standings if you can continue up the pace.
Cecilia says, in this squad, I only follow AJ, but actually after 2 years in Helsingborg, there are many players I respect and root for. So you've been living here in Helsingborg, Sylvia, or you just moved and went back? Now we have a new supporter there, Mikael Gottfries. Welcome till, welcome buddy. All right, scores are almost over on this game, so that means pretty soon we can refresh and see who is where. How many did crawl up a little bit on the standings, who dropped down. I'm afraid AJ is dropping down a little bit. Let me move back there, see what he can do on the 10 frame. Needs one more for staying above 110 over. One more for 117 over. All right. Come on, AJ. Don't overthink it. Game is done. Let's focus on the next one. But that is a little bit what I was, before you came in, Mons, I was telling it was a lot of high scoring, but there was a bit more of urethane in play because there are some young ones again. And that's exactly what happens. Some pairs become a lot tougher than usual.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I played the under 21 squad, what was it, on Saturday morning. And in that squad, there was mostly urethane, and lanes become really tough.
Yeah, the
Not
oil.
a lot of high scores there.
The oil gets pushed down, so the window down there at the breakpoint gets smaller, tighter, a little bit more inconsistent, we could say. So 170 something for AJ Johnson. It's going to move on 114, 115 over. That means he needs at least 480, 490 on the last two. Yeah, but that puts the pressure back on the shoulders, and especially after a bad game, it may put a little bit of doubt there in the brain. So hopefully he moves to a pair that he can find an easy spot pretty quick and start striking again and just get the confidence back. Cecilia says it wasn't possible to go back this year. My father wasn't well, but I'll certainly be there next year. We'll be waiting for you, as always, with our arms open. We welcome as many people as want to make it here. So I see you next year. We have a date. All right. Who's ending? Who's ending? We have Harry Davies here on 17 and 18 with Christopher. Christopher also dropped down a lot in the last two games. He was good after two. 243, 245. And then game 3, 175, and now 147, 146, because it's a, I don't know why it doesn't say it's split. It's a 710 there, so, but 145. Oof, that is very expensive. And same thing for DJ Rock. He had 147 over and he dropped down. We saw that happening yesterday to Eric Jones. He was 210 to 115 over after two, and then he dropped down with 340 on the last two. Yeah, the highest game on this game was for Max Lorenz, obviously with that 288. Nothing really happening. 257 just for Justin Knowles. And 257 as well for Monacelli. So both of them moving on. Sorry. Both of them moving to 140 over. And moving along, people is starting to move. So we will have the start of game 5 in a few seconds. And then we can refresh the standings and let you know how is what's the scoring for everybody. So we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we got the scores updated. We have some people moving up, some people moving down. Current leader, Max Lorenz, 1,017. Number 2 is Isaac Birkir with 979. Number 3, Justin Knowles, 946. Number 4, Monacelli himself, 941. Number 5, Ryan Barnes, 915. Same score for Andrew Anderson, 915. Same score for AJ Johnson, 915. 1 pin short is Pontus Falkel, 914. TJ Rock went down to 908. And Karon Salome moved up with 77 over. So a little bit of a roller coaster here. People going up and down. Some crawling up, some sliding down. 2 games to go. Game 5, I remind you, this is a turbo game. That means it offers the chance to get a free gateway all the way to the finals. Let me click on here. Where are you? Here, road to the finals. So you have a clear idea on all the ways you can actually qualify into the finals for Sunday. All right, we're gonna move to the left corner. AJ Johnson is bowling on 1 and 2. Started with a strike, so maybe and hopefully that's gonna be an easier pair for AJ, and he can carry on doing some strikes in there.
And he
Okay,
does.
1 more strike on lane 1 for AJ Johnson.
Let's see how he holds up on the quote-unquote worst pair in that building. Rodolfo also gets a strike.
Beautiful shot there by Rodolfo, definitely. Very powerful.
Oh yeah, he throws it hard.
That's another good bowler here, Paul Purps. Not having his best squat.
Oh, we have another Swedish superstar, Kevin Vöx, or rising superstar, not having his best game.
How
on
old
the
is he?
block either. I'm actually not sure. I think he's either same age as me or younger.
So he's a young guy, yeah? He's a young
he's
one.
a young guy.
Young talent. You got so many young talented bowlers up here. I really envy you guys.
Oh yeah, we have very good opportunities here in Sweden when it comes to bowling.
It was a very nice throw over there for Jarnolati. It does do it very good, we must say.
Ben Robinson starting out with 2 splits. One of them he picked up, the other he could not.
Let's move on, see who. Look at that, lane 6. Also standing in front of the ball return already. That's Emil on lane 6, throwing it on 24. And that was not his best shot, that's for sure. Okay, do we have any high score on this? Yes, we have Ryan Barnes here on lane 7 with 115 over, chewing a gum. You can see Ryan is pretty far left as well himself. Kind of lofting the ball a little bit, not so much, but a little bit.
Yeah, but he makes it look so effortless.
Yeah, it looks like his A game when he bowls like that. It looks very consistent, very comfortable.
Now let's see if TJ Rock can have a better game on a new pair and keep his high scoring up.
He needs to improve it a lot because that
yeah.
last game was so expensive for him. 161, that's dropping out 70 pins from the average needed to qualify. So TJ needs to start striking.
And he does.
So
He
far
gets
he's
that one.
doing, yep. That was a solid 10 pin there for AJ Johnson. He wasn't happy with that one. We'll keep moving a little bit around and then we'll come back and see what Ryan and AJ are doing on this first couple of cameras. We have Isak currently is number 2 in the squad with 179 over. He got spare strike, but now he just left the 4-9. Trying to get it, but he's not going to get it. Justin Knowles also doing okay. Front 3 and a spare. Justin is 146 over. Justin needs more or less 490 if he wants to aim for top 25. 450 if he wants to aim just for the cut.
And we have another Jota player there in Tobias Bride. Danish, very good Danish player. Comes over here to play some matches in the season. Not having his best block currently.
Now at least he managed to take the spare.
Oh yeah.
And that is something you don't see very often in Europe. Lucas Bananen bowling inside and bowling reactive. Usually is a urethane and far to the right.
Oh yeah. But from my personal experience, I'd also say that urethane in the middle, it also works pretty good.
You mean in this tournament or?
In this tournament.
Ah, okay.
Because that's what Tomo, the current leader, he played pretty far inside with the urethane, and he very apparently got it to work very well.
It was a very different squad though. It was a lot of urethane in play on
yeah.
that particular one. What's going to happen if you try to throw the urethane where Tomo was doing when it's a lot of resin going on, the ball's going to reach so early, it's going to lose energy and it's not going to work.
Oh yeah.
So it was a good idea that Tomo bowled again to get a little bit more of information on how the lanes are evolving when it's more PBA and more resin going on the lanes. Let's move on more, see what we have here, because we have Andrew Anderson in need of striking, and Andrew needs to shoot 510, 530 to go on to top 25, and he needs at least a 480 to aim into the cut. So another long day in the office for Andy Anderson on this third squad today, but he's doing not bad. Strike split 4 in a row. So he has figured out what to do on this pair. Now it's about execution for the rest of the game and staying ahead of any possible adjustment he may need to do before the game is over.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's a bit more comfortable today than he has been in his other squads.
Yeah. It wasn't really paying out well for him when he was starting with the IQ 78 outside. It's been quite a few people trying to begin a little bit further outside with urethane, but I don't think that's the best plan. It's an okay plan, but I've seen people throwing a lot higher, already starting a little bit deeper, more or less around between second and third arrow, and then just moving in as the lane moves as well. Actually, just listen to the lane, and the lane is going to tell you when to move and where to move.
Yeah, well, people like me, I'm not very good at listening to what the lane is saying, so...
Well, you're young, you said it yourself. It's been only a couple of years that you have been bowling serious. So there you have. That's the next thing you need to learn.
Yeah.
Listen to what the lanes demand. You don't want to be doing what you want to do. You need to do what the lane tells you to do.
Brandon Bonta having a good start. Spare 4 in a row. On pace for 290. Can he shoot it?
He needs that 290, definitely.
Yeah.
Brandon is quite far on the standings over here. Let me find him. It's all the way down to number 25, 22 pins under par. You see it's already 22 over par at the moment. That's another sign of the scores not being as high as some of the other squads we've seen today.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And that's what I was telling on the warm-up. There is a little bit more of urethane in play. A few more amateurs around the alley using different areas on the lane, and that creates a little bit of a more chaotic down lane reactions. So we move back here on Ryan, front 5, throwing on 7-8. Now he's going to take a shot on lane 8. We can see he's standing in front of the ball return.
Ooh.
That was quite far outside. You could see how he was blowing air out, like, okay, I got this one in the pocket. He wasn't expecting it. And actually, it could have been a 10-pin. When you miss a little bit out, it reaches a little bit sooner, changes the angle, but he managed to get one more. That means front 6 for Ryan here on lane 7.
His lane partner, Robin Persson, is also having a decent game, but he still needs a lot to be able to have a chance.
A little bit short at the moment.
Yeah.
Where do we have Max Lorenz? Max is on lane 17 and 18, 2 open frames. If you remember, AJ Johnson was just bowling on 17 and 18.
Yeah.
He struggled a lot on 17 and 18. So it was not just AJ not performing. It's actually the pair is a little bit harder, because you can see Max Lorenz now getting himself into trouble after games of 246, 256, 227, 288. So he was bowling more than consistent. He was more than aligned with what the lanes demanded from him. But now on 17 and 18, he's paying out much, much different for him. So it might be a little bit harder on 17 and 18 on this particular squad, probably due to what they did on the warm-up. I just saw Max actually went back up on 17 and 18.
I guess he's trying to counteract and get
trying
get
to
a little
find
fresher.
something different, but that was not a good shot. E doubloon, holy moly, TJ sent that spare shot like a missile. I did not see that, but he throws it hard, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, TJ needs to find the rhythm. He is yet again not having the best start to this game. But he needs to find it quick if he wants to make it.
And lane 7-8, it seems to be very, very wide open already. We saw also Robin Persson standing on the left gutter. They both, Ryan and Robin, just send the ball out there, and the ball is finding the way back to the pocket by itself. So lane 7 and 8 is quite wide open at the moment. To be honest, I'm surprised to see Thomas Larsen still trying to throw that iron solid on the right side. That is way too sensitive and angular to bowl that far to the right, and especially when you have two guys on your pair throwing strike after strike so much deeper than you. Why don't you move over there and do the same? But it's very easy when you're sitting on the chair. You have no pressure. You can see what's going on all around the alley.
Yeah, I mean, I've personally felt it, like, especially during this tournament. Like, after my good squad, I was like, oh, it wasn't that hard to shoot. I think I can do better. No, I definitely could not.
And that's a little bit what I was telling the people asking us earlier on the chat when they thought if the pattern was too easy. It's not that the pattern is too easy, the bowlers make it look easy.
Oh yeah.
They are so damn good. They make it look simple. Okay, that's a good 9 spare for Ryan. He missed a lot to the inside, so he was very happy to get just a 9. It could have been a 4-6 easily.
Let's see if Robin can continue the strike trend.
And while we watch here on Robin and Ryan, I'm going to try to find some of our squad leaders and let you know how they are doing.
Ooh, Robin goes Brooklyn and leaves a 5-pin. That's a free drink for anyone if he misses it.
Okay, and number 2 in the squad, Isak Birkir with 179 over. He's bowling on 9 and 10. He had an open frame, but then he has a triple, so it's currently 4 over par. That would put him on 180 over, so Isak needs a couple of more strikes to have an easy last game. Justin Knowles was on... what did Justin move? Okay, yeah, Justin is also there on 11 and 12. Started with a triple, but now it's a couple of open frames for him. So he's on a pace of a 190. He needs to get a few strikes there. Otherwise, he's going to get himself a lot of work to do on the last game.
Isak puts himself more ahead with a strike. The A-frame. Now we see TJ here on the approach. See if he gets the strike. He does. He does. Might not have been the most convincing one, but it is a strike.
Yeah, TJ needs to start striking pretty soon. Otherwise, he's dropping down again. And that's going to leave him no chance for the last game.
Now let's see Thomas here. With the... Oh, it looks like he moved a bit inside, leaving the 9-pin. Decent shot.
Let's have a look at Ryan here on lane 8. Standing in front of the ball return. Doing a little bit of a loft. And hopefully he sends it outside this time. Not like the previous shot he missed so far in. It should be better. Yes, that was a lot better. Good shot there by Ryan again. And I tell you, AJ Johnson managed to get a triple on lane 1 and 2 after a couple of open frames. We see Rodolfo Monicelli just got a big split on lane 3. But look at that spare for Rodolfo. Unbelievable. Let's see it again. The spare was amazing. The balance was terrible. But he's going to be very happy with that spare, no doubt about it. Rodolfo has 141 over after 4. 38 over on this particular game. So he's 180 over. He needs to do a few more strikes still to make his way into the final. Now AJ Johnson, very important frame for him. Frame number 9. He needs that strike to increase the scoring space again. That should be good. Yeah, that was astonishing. Good shot, AJ. Very, very good shot there. Still can go all the way up to 235. That would be very good news for AJ. That would bring him back into the 150 over and open up the window again for 250 on the last game and make enough to make the cut. AJ had a very, very low game on the previous game on 17 and 18. 17 and 18 is paying really bad for some other people as well. We can see Max Lorenz, he was 217 over. Now is 3 open frames for him. And we see some striking from Brandon Bonta and Karon Saloma, but they are pretty far away. So they need a lot of striking. Actually, Karon is doing good. He was 77 over. If he strikes out, it's going to be 259. That's going to put him on 130 over and give him a fair chance to do okay on the last one.
Now, on a bit of a different topic, I want to ask you.
All right, go ahead, shoot.
As we see Rodolfo doing, he throws his first shot with 2 hands, and then on his spare shots, he shoots it one-handed. What do you think about that?
I think it's very smart.
Yeah?
You could see that happening always with Oscar Palermo.
Oh, yeah?
Throw in 2 hands, sparing 1 hand. I mean, why not? It's a lot easier to aim with the thumb than to aim without the thumb. AJ, lane 1, needs another one. Oh, that's a 10 pin. A little bit weak reaction down there. So he's gonna drop into the 210s. That's gonna put him on 120 something over. That means AJ needs a 270 on last game. So yes, one bad game can destroy all the work from the other 5.
I think that's also why higher scoring patterns are usually harder, because it puts a lot of pressure on one. If you have one bad game, your block is kind of ruined.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually prefer super hard patterns because then it's a lot more of sparing going on. And then, since I can spare.
Well, yeah, those of you who know me, I'm not the best spare shooter in the world.
All right, TJ Rock is completely lost in the last couple of games. He doesn't find the pocket. He's dropping down a lot of pins. The same thing happened over there in 1 and 2 for AJ Johnson. And look at Brian. He has an open frame as well on the frame number 9. He's dropping down a lot of pins again. Even if he strikes out, it's going to be 160 over, and that's going to require at least a 230 something to try to think he's going to make it in the cut. A lot of dropping down in this last couple of games. It may be nobody shooting 1400 after all in this squad. It's a lot of people on the 100 over, 120, 130 over, but that means they need 260 and more on the last game. Otherwise, it's not going to be enough.
Oh, I was going to say Isak. Isak has a pretty good shot of shooting 1400, but he has a big split in the 10th frame. That leaves him.
What lane is Isak on? I forgot. 9 and 10. Yeah,
9
yeah.
and 10.
Yeah, and he already had to split and miss there.
Yeah. He could have struck out for 210 over in 5, but now he doesn't get that split.
So Ryan Barnes trying to double on the 10th. It's not happening. So 1150 for Ryan. 1120 for AJ.
1158 for Justin Knowles.
1178 for Isak. That's the highest score at the moment. 1135 for Karon Saloma. And 1149 for Andrew Anderson. Andrew has been on that 1150 like 3 or 4 times already.
Now let's see if he can actually capitalize on having a decent shot going into the last game.
All right, so kind of a drop down for the leaders pretty much everywhere. We're going to wait a couple of minutes and have a proper refreshing on the scores and let you know who's doing what and how many of them have a fair chance to still make the cut, and if any has any chance to make it into the top 25, which at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes, folks. Thank you for your attention. So we are back. I can tell you the scores have been updated. We have, I would say, just 9 bowlers with a fair chance to do something. Number 10 is TJ Rock with 72 over. That means even with that 300 game, it's still very short to the cut. Number 1 is Max Lorenz. He already has a score of 1450. 1455, so he doesn't really need to do any. Number 2, Rodolfo Monacelli, 187 over. Number 3, Isaac Birkir, 178 over. Number 4, we find Pontus on his first squad. That's the first squad Pontus bowls, 158 over. Wow. Justin, 158 over. Ryan, 150 over. Andrew, 149 over. Yeah. 135 for Karan Saloma, 127 for AJ Johnson.
Ooh, TJ having 2 160s after
So
each other.
AJ definitely needs at least a 260 something, 260 high to put himself in the 90s, in the high 90s. And I'm still not sure it's going to be enough. It's getting more and more into the 1400s. What is that, Sean? 1400s, yeah, it looks that way. You had, yeah, you actually said 1390. That was 2 or 3 days ago. It's been a scoring evolution. Scores went higher. Yeah, we are a little bit slow because it doesn't look like anybody's gonna do as good as needed. Let's move a little bit around. What do we have? Well, actually, we have AJ on screen on 5 and 6. AJ started with double. He needs to go on and on and on and on, at least all the way till the 10th frame. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna be enough. 279. Well, 279 actually still could be enough. That would put him on 1406.
And we have Isak trying to, yet again, shoot a high score to put himself above 1400, but he starts out with a strike split. Let's see if he can convert it. He does not.
Takes 2. That's a drop down as well in the pinfall. But Isak doesn't need that much. He needs like a 225 game. Him and Rodolfo. Rodolfo is 187 over. I don't know where Rodolfo is bowling now. Yeah, but Max is already in. Rodolfo is a 19 and 20. That's not a bad pair.
Oh.
Pontus is on. Where are you, Pontus? Justin Knowles is on 15 and 16 in need for at least 240 something. No doubles yet. Another 9 for him. Starting to run short on frames. Same for Ryan Barnes. Needs a 250. Started with the spare. Bowling on 3 and 4. Not the easiest. And Pontus is on 9-10 and started with 5-1 on frame 1. 279, I believe, for AJ, so he can go all the way to 1400s. So we probably main focus our eyes on the 3 or 4 guys that have a chance, and we're gonna carry on for as long as they do have a chance.
Oh, Thomas has finally decided to move in, and he gets a pretty convincing strike right there.
Yeah, he moved in like 4 games too late.
Yeah.
Not bad. We have a saying in Spain, says better late than ever.
Oh, yeah.
But in this case, I was very late. Okay, Paul Purps was throwing backup ball. I'm gonna say that makes no sense. If you're a right-hander and you go backup, it's because you're gonna move to the left side where it's a lot less traffic.
Yeah.
But if you're a left-hander and you go back up, you're actually putting yourself in the middle of the jungle.
I mean, it depends. Like sometimes the right side hooks more because there's more traffic, and the left side maybe doesn't work so well. So maybe they're trying to get a different reaction.
But it makes no sense to put yourself where everybody's running away from.
Oh, yeah.
All the right-handers are running away from that 7-8 board, and you're gonna go and put yourself there, throw back up. That's like going to hunt lions with a couple of sticks in your hand.
Well, I guess that he's trying some different things because he's 1392.
1392, and that's probably not going to be enough. There was a flat 10 there for AJ Johnson. That means he needs to strike out. Not looking good for AJ. Let's move to the right corner. We have Rodolfo on lane 19. And he gets just a double and an 8-pin over there with a very light short shot in the pocket. But Rodolfo is 187 over.
Yeah, he still has a
so
chance.
He has to play not safe. He has to play smart. Make sure he makes like 215, 220. Stays on the 1400s. And that should guarantee a spot on the final. So people in the chat, you are all gone so silent. Say something.
Keep us company in here.
Come back alive. Give us your point of view. Who are you following at the moment? Who you think is going to do good? Who are you going to follow on the next squad when EJ Tackett bowls again? You know what? Let's have a quick look on who's going to bowl the next squad so we can tell the people who's watching who's going to bowl next. We are on squad what? Was 22 is Friday, so this is the next one we're going to have. Okay, we have Alex Jockey. We have Carl Eklund. That's a guy you want to pay attention to. EJ Tackett. That's another guy you want to pay attention to. Ethan Fury. It's another guy you want to pay attention to. We have Harry Davies, PBA, also Emil Svensson, a young, talented Swedish bowler. Jacob from Czech Republic, he did quite good. Jonathan Johansson, also one of these guys who can strike a lot. Kaiser Samuelsson, former Team Sweden. Caro is also a good bowler. Matisse Blanchette's going to be on that squad as well. Robin Ilomar is another guy you want to check on. Sophie, she's actually the girl with the highest score so far with 1370. Then we have Timothy Tan. Tori Torgersen also bowling the next squad. That's a guy I don't want to miss. That's one of the classics. One of the best bowlers on the 90s and 2000s. Then we find Trevor Roberts, also PBA, and Zakaria. So it's quite some good people on that squad. A few young ones. So there will be again some urethane. But quite an interesting squad coming ahead.
And I'm holding my finger that Sophie shoots higher than she did before.
I see we have a question here. What is the cutoff point currently? At the moment, I think it was 1381 already. Let me tell you. Again, where are the standings? General standings here. Top 25, which is actually going to step 2 on the finals, is already on 1425. And the cut for the final is already at 1380. That's Frankie Lebois. We have a couple of guys with 1382, then 1384, then a 4-pin jump to 1388. Paul Purps, the guy we were talking about a couple of minutes ago, 1392. Theodore Samuelsson, 93. Brandon Monta, 1395. So we have 1 squad later on and 4 tomorrow. That's 5 squads. A lot of superstars yet to make a high score. So yeah, probably the cut's going to be somewhere around 1395 to 1400. Maybe Brandon Monta with that score is the first one outside the cut.
We can also see that the scores between 1380 to 1330, that's like 13 1330 is like 80th place now or something.
It's a big
Oh, yeah.
number of bowlers there on those 30-40 pins gap. Anthony says, keep up the good work. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your kind words. Hopefully it's not too boring for all of you. I know sometimes I go places that nobody expects, but it's so many hours here in the booth, and many of them talking to myself, so I can go a little bit crazy here and there. Let's make a quick roundabout over there. Hello, Timu. 1 to 4. We have front 5 for Brandon Bonte. Actually, the turbo for Game 6 is on 300.
Oh, yeah.
So unless Niklas Carter plays another squad and makes it into the final, the turbo is already decided for Game 6.
Oh, but how does the turbo work if two people are tied for the same score?
Highest score total.
Highest score total.
Yeah, I made that question also. That's why I know. Not that I'm very smart, but I had that same doubt myself.
Yeah, because when I was playing yesterday, I had the same concern, because I was thinking, oh, maybe I should have 300, get the turbo. That didn't happen. I shot like a 190, but
Oh yeah, beautiful spare there on lane 4. Let's see the replay. Look at that. Bang. Nailed it. Okay, Monticelli, 9 spare double, 9 spare strike, 9 spare. So he's currently 9 above the par. That would give him a score of 1396. That's really on the edge. Not sure if I would sleep very relaxed with that score. He definitely wants to do another double, or actually I think he's aiming to strike out and try to get that bye directly to step 2.
where do we have AJ here?
AJ was on
Oh, yeah, 5-6.
1 to the right. That's true. One more for Brandon Bonte there on lane 4. And 5 and 6, AJ Johnson, if he strikes out, is 268.
That's 13.
That's 1395.
Yeah.
That's very in the edge as well. Well, he's certainly going to try to make them.
And that dream is dead with that flat 10.
Another flat 10. That's 2 flat 10s in a row on lane 5. But you can see how many bowlers have moved deep inside in the lanes.
Oh, yeah.
So that tells you how much friction and area has been created on this particular squad outside. And again, I see a lot of striking here and there, but it's people who has no chance.
Or people have already qualified. I just saw a strike from Paul Purps, but he already has 1450, so he's already good. So
Was it backup again, or was it the regular
this
shot?
was
No,
left side. Regular.
All right, so it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for AJ Johnson. It doesn't look it's going to be enough for Ryan Burns. It doesn't look like it's going to be definitely not enough for DJ Rock. The only one looking still alive is Monticelli on 19 and 20. Isak, where is Isak? I lost Isak.
Oh, I think I saw him on the same pair as.
Oh, yeah, actually we have him on screen.
Oh.
We have him on screen. That's why I couldn't find him. I was looking at every other screen but this one. 4 over par for Isak. That's 8,282. So Isak needs to make a triple. Isak needs to start striking himself, or he's gonna put in
Strike out for 14-12. That's a pretty good score.
But that means as soon as he doesn't strike, it's 1392, and that's not enough.
Most likely not.
Another flat 10 for AJ Johnson. So he needs a ball with a little bit higher RG so it can keep the energy for 2 or 3 feet longer than the ball is doing for him now. I mean, he's throwing very good shots, obviously. Every ball in the pocket. But when it's not giving you that angle, that means the ball's reading a little bit too soon. And that is gone. Well, I thought it was going to hook. We have a frog in the house.
Oh, Andrew Anderson. Strikeout for 1385.
So Andrew is going to be short again. One more time. Let's have a look at Andrew to see what he's doing. High on solid, deep inside. I mean, that should be... Yeah, that's the body language. It's like, why couldn't I strike more when this is pretty good line for me? If we actually see the game, double, 9 spur, 9 spur, 9 spur, triple, 9 spur. So probably that 9 on the 9th frame.
Yeah, that one was not.
That was
fun
20
frame.
pins. Those 20 pins was make it in the cut. And it's going to be not making it into the cut. 1385 there for Andrew Anderson. Really upset.
Yeah.
And I can understand because he's bowling really good. I mean, he's doing very good. Every single squat is up there. He shot already 1378. That was a little bit short. Now he shoots 7 pins more. But not enough for Andrew.
We see
Ben Robinson has given up as well, and Monticelli has a strike on the 8th. Let's have a look at Monticelli again.
he needs to strike out for 1425, and then he can probably sleep good at night.
He will.
He will.
He will. Pontus was 1158. He can only score with the strike out 1381. So Pontus is also going to be short to the cut. Justin Knowles. I've lost Justin again. Justin shot 204, so he's going to be 1362. Short to the cut as well for Justin Knowles.
Now let's see Monticelli.
Oh, whoa, yo, 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 Rodolfo. And Rodolfo just leaves the 210 on the 9th frame. Now he really needs to get the spare and double on the 10. Or it's not going to look good for Rodolfo here. And he actually needs to go for the spare. If he takes only one, the pin count is not that high. He needs the spare.
He needs it. Oh,
He doesn't get it.
that probably seals his fate, sadly. He can strike out for only
1383, I believe. 1391 still. Again, another guy there in the edge.
Yeah.
Falling down to nowhere, most certainly or most probably. That was a split for Brandon Bonta after the front 7, so no 300 for Brandon either. Monticelli is on big trouble. And the only one left was Isak. And Isak he needs to strike out for 234 actually. So let's have a look on Isak on 5 and 6. Isak can still make 14-12 if he strikes out. But he needs to strike out, otherwise it's going to drop down to 1390. So no 1400s on this squad unless Isak strikes out. And we can see also Max Lorenz is 8-0 on frame 1, but then is 8 strikes in a row. Max Lorenz looking for a 278 and a 1480 total, so he's going to get a higher score than he had already.
Oh, what's going on 13-14? That's a lot of strikes in a row.
That's what I'm talking about, Max Lorenz.
Yeah.
He's saying not boring at all. Keep it up, hopefully for many years to come. Looking forward to making it to Helsingborg from Albania to enjoy this excellent event. I guarantee this is a wonderful experience. It's one of those events you really want to make it at least once on your life. It doesn't really matter how good or how bad you are, because the atmosphere, the amount of talent you can get to see here, the experience of bowling with the PBA guys, and especially with this entertainment day that we have on Wednesday every year for the tournament, with golfing with the pros in the morning and some kind of bowling exhibition in the evening and some dinner and party afterwards. So if you have the possibility, I strongly recommend you to come and bowl at this event at least once.
Yeah.
And actually everybody who comes once, then they end up coming year after year.
Yeah. Even as a person who plays at in the local team here in Helsingborg, this is my first time playing Lucky Larsen, and I have to say it's a really good time, and it feels really good when you bowl good.
Okay, so Max Lorenz did not strike on the 10th, but he's gonna shoot 1460. He's gonna be the squad winner again.
That's a pretty good achievement.
Astonishing. He's doing really good.
I'll see if he can continue this when going into the step 2 final.
And now our main attention is gonna stay on Isak on lane 5. Isak is the only one that has not qualified yet, I believe. Let me see. No,
Yeah,
it's
this is his first one.
It's his first squad, so he needs one strike, at least one more, to stay alive. Let's see what he can do. Lane 5. Oh, solid 10 there for Isak. That's going to be really expensive. It's dropping him down to the 1391 if he spares and strikes. Oh, 1391. It's going to move him on to place number 37, actually. So those 3 pins, 4 pins, it makes a huge impact over there. He actually needed that first one to stay close to the 1400. That shot would have been a strike. I guarantee Isak would have been in the final. That shot being a 10 pin doesn't look any good.
He gets the spare, no problem.
He gets the spare. He needs to make sure he gets all 10 down now. Every pin matters, most than ever. Ben Robinson on 1920, 236. Another squad with 1300 for Ben Robinson, but not enough to make the final. Final score for Max Lorenz was indeed 1461. Amazing bowling for him once more. And after this last shot from Isak, we will take a break. He gets a strike now. Probably the first shot was a little bit better than this one, but this one got the strike, not the other one. 1391 for Isak. It's in the cut for now, but how long is he gonna be there? I have no idea. All right, that's pretty much it. We only have Brandon Bonte to throw his last frame with Ryan Barnes over here on 3 and 4. So we're gonna have a look at them, and then we will simply say goodbye for a little while. We will be back with more action 1 hour and 5 minutes from now, 9 o'clock, with the last squad of the day. Squad number 23, the last one on this Friday here in Helsingborg. That's pretty much it. We'll be back in 1 hour. Thank you everybody for your attention. Go grab some food and some snacks, perhaps a cup of coffee, and we will be back with more action pretty soon. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mons, for your time. It was a pleasure
Of
to spend
course.
some time with you, buddy.
You too.
And I'll see you around.
You will.